was. I thought we played great. You know, the biggest part of this game was the answer in the first. You know, Gomber threw a pitch where he probably shouldn't have, and that kid Zaharian has hit us pretty well over the last couple of years. And but we answered right back, and then we're able to get to the next inning. And you know, I thought that the two key at bats to really help us win the game were Mitchell and Pittman. We scored the 5th run and the 6th run. That was a great at bat by Pittman. I told him, as I said, you know, a year ago you couldn't have had that at bat. You know, he would have been flailing away, and he stuck in there. And we've been talking to him about that for years. About just put the ball in play, something good will happen. You know, with the way you run. Sure enough, the guy came up and it was right behind the mound. And I don't even think he would have thrown him out, in my opinion. But I don't have as good an angle as you guys. But certainly is a nice way in Gomber. You can't say enough about him. I mean, there's a couple times there where, you know, you're like, oh, here we go. You know, they swing the bats pretty well, but he did a great job.
Your on-base percentage tonight must have been, I don't know, like how many were left on base, but I think it must have been like real close to none. So
no.
every time you got on.
Yeah, we were able to drive him in. That's a very good point. That's been a little bit of our bugaboo, but you know, that's a good point. We had not left so many guys on base. I guess we could look. We haven't.
Looking's overrated. Knowledge is overrated.
Yeah. Left on base, we only left 6 on base. That's like half our average. So we did well.
It seems like Rockline's really starting to get comfortable.
Yeah, you know, I thought that he would. You know, I thought he was going to be in that kind of like Newton. You were here last year, where Newton. You know, sometimes those guys transition in from community college and don't see as good at pitching. And I think he's starting to see it and understand it. And of course, he's strong as a bull, and you know that ball gets out. So good for him.
It seems like for us, with 6th inning, Gomber loaded bases, he got out of it. And you guys added 2 runs. It was really like the turning point. I mean, not the turning point, but it just kind of summed up the win right there.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, it was Gomber gets out of it, we come in, and you know, I told the hitters, we got to help this guy out, man. We got to help him out. He's pitching his behind off. I said a little bit more colorful, but he's pitching his behind off, and you know, we got a run, we got a base runner. Then Mitch comes up with the good at bat, and then you know, it was probably a mistake on my part to let Buckley hit when I had Murrell ready to go, but I just had you know, Buckley seen it so well, and it didn't work out, and then Pittman did his thing like I talked about earlier.